Frank, who is this little guy?
This here is Rover.
Okay, and that's about as far as Rover wanted to come up on our set. So let's go ahead and get a better view of him really quickly. Well, Frank, you tell us a little bit more about Rover.
Well, Rover, he came to the shelter November 5th, and basically his little story goes, he was I guess a stray wandering around one of the mobile parks, and I guess they kind of got tired of having him around there, and so they took him to the Humane Society because nobody really claimed ownership of him, and so just random people were feeding him and stuff, and so they took him over there, and we all kind of fell in love with him, and we went ahead and got him neutered and got him all his vaccines and stuff so that he could be easily adoptable by somebody.
Yeah, and you know what? It's interesting to say that because you think about it, and every dog that goes into the shelter has their own story. Yes. And it's unfortunate because they don't have a home. They need a home. And this little guy is so sweet. He's shaking, he's scared, so definitely needs a warm home to go to as we come up on the holidays.
Yeah, he's starting to perk up a little bit. His ears are coming up. He's looking around a little bit more. Wanting to see what his surroundings are like. But yeah, all the dogs are at the Humane Society are definitely in need of a home. We have a lot of adult dogs right now, about his size too, and he's a perfect size for like if you want to have a dog inside. Not too big, not out of the way. He fits under your table.
And not too hyper either.
No, he's not hyper actually.
You won't have any dog tearing up your stuff or getting all crazy.
Yeah, maybe once they get accustomed to it. When I had him in the truck, he came up to my lap and stuff. So he is a very sweet dog. Right now, he's just kind of hanging around with the other little dogs that we've gotten spayed and neutered there, and so. Yeah, he definitely needs a home. He is like a rat terrier type of a mixed breed. He's about 1 to 2 years old, and he is primarily housebroken. So him and his buddy are in the kennel. They haven't made a mess. He waited till I took him outside, so it's very safe. It's safe to say that if he isn't, that he can be. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, he's kind of.
He's sleepy. All right, Frank, you have a lot of animals that are up for adoption. We're coming up on the holidays, as I said. There's going to be a lot of people heading out there maybe to adopt. What kind of advice do you have for them?
Well, I definitely think that before you go and adopt, that everyone in the family, especially if it's going to be a family pet, just take into consideration everything that it takes to take care of a pet, because like a lot of the pets that are at the Humane Society right now are actually turned in by their own owners. So if you think about it, like you just want to be able to provide time, attention, exercise, food, even to maintain the pet. And of course, remember that there's the puppy stage, and they'll eventually grow out of it. We get a lot of people that might get a puppy. Halfway through that, they say, you know what, this guy's just too much. So that's another thing also involved is training. Well,
thanks so much for being here this morning with us, Frank. If you want to adopt Rover or any of the animals at the Harlingen Humane Society, dial up 425-PAWS or head there. What's the address?
1106 Markowski Avenue.
Great. Be back in just a minute. Stay with us.